Charles Deering Estate, also known as Deering Estate at Cutler, was the Florida home of Charles Deering until 1927 when he died at the estate. Description: Deering lived on the 444 acres, 1.80 square kilometers, property for 5 years, from 1922 to 1927. The property consists of a 3-story wooden house built in 1900, known as the Richmond Cottage, and a 3-story stone mansion. Other buildings were also built on the property to serve as auxiliary buildings to the estate. Charles Deering Estate is located in the Cutler neighborhood of Palmetto Bay, Florida. The grounds include what is thought to be the largest virgin coastal tropical hardwood hammock in the continental United States. The estate was acquired by the state of Florida in 1985. The house and grounds were featured several times in the 1980s TV series Miami Vice, and it was the starting line for The Amazing Race All-Stars in 2007. History: The Richmond Cottage. In 1900 the wooden house was built, and soon after S.H. Richmond's wife, Edith, opened the house as an inn called the Richmond Cottage. Guests who stayed at the Richmond Cottage, according to the 1900 register of the inn, include Henry Morrison Flagler and James Ingram. The Richmond Cottage was named the most southern hostelry in the continental United States by the Miami metropolis in 1901. The 1904 City Directory describes Cutler as a few houses with 2 goods stores, those of Tweedle Brothers and Brown and Moody, each of whom has built up a thriving business with the surrounding country. Cutler has daily mail and 3 wharves from which boats take freight and passengers to and from Miami. There is one good hotel, the Richmond Cottage, which overlooks the bay. Quote, Charles Deering bought the Richmond Cottage in 1916 and moved to Cutler in 1922. Charles Deering. Charles Deering was born on July 31, 1852 in Paris, Maine. He was the son of William Deering, founder of Deering Harvester Company, and brother of millionaire industrialist James Deering. Deering is remembered as an American businessman and philanthropist. In 1873 Deering graduated from the United States Naval Academy and served as an officer in the Navy until 1881. Deering then became secretary of his father's company, which merged with McCormick Harvesting Machine Company and became International Harvester in 1902. After the merger, Deering became the chairman of the board for International Harvester. Charles Deering died at the age of 75 at his estate at Cutler at 11:30 p.m. on February 5, 1927. After Charles's death, the estate was left to his wife and children. Cutler Burial Mound. The Cutler Burial Mound is a prehistoric mound on the Charles Deering estate. It is one of the few surviving prehistoric mounds in Miami-Dade County. The mound is about 38 feet by 20 feet at the base, and about 5 feet high. Artifacts from the mound are from the Glades II and III periods. The mound has been disturbed repeatedly. Henry Perrine, Jr., son of Henry Perrine, removed several skulls from the mound in the 1860s while searching for Black Caesar's treasure. Ralph Monroe dug in the mound in the 1890s. In the 20th century, neighborhood children dug in the mound and removed bones and artifacts. Some of those bones have been returned and reburied in the mound. The mound is believed to contain 12 to 18 burials of Native Americans. The mound is accessible via a boardwalk. Cutler Fossil Site. In 1979, a sinkhole on the Deering estate was found to contain bones of Pleistocene animals, associated with bones and artifacts of early humans. The site was eventually acquired by Miami-Dade County, and is now part of the Charles Deering Estate Park. Hurricane Andrew. On August 24, 1992, the third most powerful Category 5 hurricane to make landfall in the United States struck South Florida. Hurricane Andrew packed winds of over 170 miles per hour, 270 kilometers per hour, and destroyed 25,524 homes and damaged 101,241 others. Quote, Hurricane Andrew ravaged and damaged the property of Deering Estate. The waterfront property was devastated by waves that reached as high as the second floor of the buildings. Water rose more than 16 feet, 4.9 meters, from sea level and caused major flooding on the property. The Richmond Cottage was taken off its foundation and splintered by the hurricane. It took 7 years and $7.2 million US dollars to restore the location. Deering Estate at Cutler reopened to the public in 1999 and officially opened in 2000. The Deering Estate Foundation. The Deering Estate Foundation, Inc., organized in 1989 and strives to raise public awareness, outreach, understanding and the enjoyment of the Deering Estate at Cutler and to raise funds to support education, research, exhibits and collections, natural conservation and historical restoration and preservation. The offices of the foundation are located on the third floor of the Richmond Cottage Gallery. See also, Charles Deering, Deering Harvester Company, Villa Vizcaya, Carr, Robert S. 2012, Digging Miami, Gainesville, Florida, University Press of Florida, pp. 29, 45, ISBN 9780813042060. Florida, DK Eyewitness Travel Guides. 2004, pg. 90. Deering Estate at Cutler. Shade Tree Expert. The story of preserving a landmark tree at Deering Estate in Miami.